brothers and sisters, let us continue the book reading Reality at Dawn, written by Babuji Maharaj, chapter The Guru. A real teacher is not one who can explain to us the soundness of the religious dogmas or who can prescribe to us do's and don'ts. Almost every one of us knows enough of it. What we stand in need of from a guru is the true impulse to effect the awakening of the soul and his direct support in the course of our further march on the path of realization. Such a man we have to seek for if we aim at success. It is therefore evident that while judging a man for our spiritual guide, we must take into account not his learning or miracles, but his practical achievements in the field of realization. A man who is himself free can free you from eternal bondage. If your guru is not free from the bondages of sanskaras, maya or ahankara, it is not possible for him to free you from those bondages. Suppose you are bound to one pole and your guru to another. How is it possible for your guru to free you from the bondage? Only a man who is himself free can release you from the bondage. People have in most cases gone astray for this very reason, as they have submitted themselves to the guidance of such unworthy teachers whose primary motive is perhaps mere self aggrandizement or some personal gain. With this view in mind, they are generally found to be eager to maintain their position and prestige by false impositions. To them, it is probably the greatest shock to their pride of power and position to acknowledge the superiority of anyone more advanced or better accomplished. This is nothing but ahankara in the crudest form. If you submit yourself to such a guru, you are sure to inherit the same feeling of pride, which is the worst type of grossness and is sure to hamper your spiritual advancement. Liberation is never possible so long as this evil exists. Spirituality is, in fact, such a superfine state of mind that every other thing will seem to be heavier or grosser in comparison to it. The delicate feeling caused on the senses by the sweet smell of a rose is far heavier. I may express it as a state of perfect tranquility and moderation in complete harmony with nature. In this state of mind, all senses and faculties are, so to say, in a sleeping or dormant state. Their working becomes automatic, bearing no impressions upon the mind. Perfect peace is one of its high stage, although the real thing is still onward. When even the consciousness of peace fails, for the consciousness of peace too causes some weight upon the mind, though it is very insignificant. When we are really quite unconscious of the very presence of peace, we are in true sense free from the impressions or the weight of the feeling. The condition at this stage is peculiar. It is really neither anandam, bliss, nor otherwise. Words fail to express the real condition of this stage. Such is the condition we have finally to achieve, for which he and he alone can be capable guru, who is permanently abiding in the condition described above and has the power of capacity to transmit by his will force the spiritual state into the heart of the abhyasi and to remove complexities and obstructions therefrom. None below this level is fit to impart spiritual training to others. Here Babuji Maharaj is saying about the spiritual gurus. See, a real teacher is not one who can explain to us the soundness of religious dogmas, or who can say us what to do and what not to do, because everybody knows what to do and what not to do in their life. So then what we need from a guru is that it is his capacity to impulse the awakening of the soul and his direct support or help in the course of our march towards the realization. Such a person who have to seek for our success in the path of God realization. So, while judging a guru, we should consider his spiritual advancement, not his learning or exhibition of miracles. So, a man who is himself free can make us free from our eternal bondages, isn't it? If our guru is not free from the bondages of samskaras or bondages of maya or ahankara, is it possible for him to free us from those things? No. Suppose if we are bound to one pole, consider, and our guru to another pole, is it possible for him to free us from that bondage? No, it is not possible for him. When it is possible for him, only and only when he is free from all the bondages, then he can release us from those bondages. So, people have in most cases gone astray for this very reason, as they have submitted themselves to the guidance of such unworthy teachers. So, we all should be very careful while selecting a guru. And what is the primary motive of such unworthy teachers is to maintain their self-supremacy, and they will work only for their personal gain. With this view in their mind, they are generally found to be eager to maintain their position and prestige by false impositions on their disciples. To them, it is probably the greatest shock to their pride of power and position to knowledge the superiority of anyone more advanced or better accomplished. They will never accept other people's progress or advancement, and they will never consider them also as superior to these gurus. So, if anybody submits himself to such gurus who are enwrapped with grosser form of ahankara, it is the crudest form of ahankara only, then the same characters will descend in that disciple also, and he will never progress or advance in his spiritual path towards God realization. For such disciples who follow the unworthy gurus, the liberation is not at all possible. Why? Because spirituality is in fact such a superfine state of mind. It is a very delicate and sensitive, that even the mild sweet smell of a rose becomes far heavier. That means for such person, everything other than that highest state of condition becomes heavier and grosser. For this, Babaji Maharaj is expressing it as a state of perfect tranquility and moderation, in complete harmony with nature. He has become akin to the nature. In this state, what happens? All the senses and faculties will be working, but they do not create any impression on the mind. All the work is going on, but no impression at all. The person will be in a perfect peace. And even this perfect peace, which is one of its highest stages in the spirituality, becomes heavier for him. For the consciousness of peace too causes some weight upon the mind, though it is very significant because people usually run behind peace. Everybody wants peace, but here in spiritual advancement, even that peace becomes heavy. When we are really quite unconscious of a very presence of peace, then we are in true sense free from the impressions or the weight of the feelings. That's what Babaji Maharaj is saying us. So, then what is that condition which even the impression of peace is also not there, even the awareness of the peace is also not there? That condition is something peculiar. It is really neither Ananda bliss nor otherwise. Here, words fail to express the real condition of this stage. Such is the condition we have to reach or achieve at the end. That is our final state of condition. And this condition can be bestowed only and only by a capable master who is permanently residing in that state of condition and has the power and capacity to transmit by his willpower this spiritual state into the heart of the Abhyasi, thereby removing all his complexities and obstructions. And none below this level is fit to impart spiritual training to others. So, dear brethren, just imagine the state of condition. How should be the state of condition of a guru? Luckily, we are blessed with our Master Babuji Maharaj, and simply let us follow his footprints and move in the path of God realization. He is always ready to take us up to that level. With this, I conclude today's satsang. Let us know more aspects in the forthcoming satsang. Till then, I take leave. Pranams. Namaste. Mm-hmm.